Wait, did you know that AI can literally make superhero movies now? Like a full-on blockbuster movie where the lead actor doesn't exist, the script is written by an algorithm, and the final battle scene completely AI generated. No cameras, no actors, just codes and deep fakes and few overheating GPUs. It's fast, it's efficient, and honestly, kind of insane. But here's the real question. Is this the future of filmmaking, or the moment superhero cinema starts losing its creative soul? Welcome to Horoscope, where we're diving deep into whether AI is becoming the next big thing or just Thanos snapping away human creativity. Remember when Tony Stark built something out of scrap in a cave? Now, we've reached the point where AI might rebuild Tony out of digital bits and pieces. Well, AI has always been a part of Hollywood. First it was VFX, then it was fixing lights, and then it was de-aging actors until they looked like their high school yearbook. And now, it's doing the stuff people used to do. Like writing, directing, creating fully animated characters, dubbing voices, making you question if that actor's really alive or it's just a bunch of pixels trying to pull off a charisma. And yes, in case you missed it, there are now short films, actual movies, made almost entirely by AI. So the future of superhero movies might not involve a massive crew anymore. It could just be one guy, a laptop, a whole lot of coffee, and ChatGPT asking, what would Batman say next? Let's be fair, it's not all doom and digital gloom. There's actually some pretty incredible stuff happening here. Ever dreamed of making your own superhero movie, complete with over-the-top explosions, alien invasions, and a galaxy-sized twist that would make Thanos do a double take? Thanks to AI, that kind of cinematic chaos is slowly becoming possible for anyone with a bit of imagination and a half-decent laptop. And animation, whole other game now. What used to take teams of artists months can now be sketched out in minutes. AI can animate complex scenes, clone voices, sync dialogue, and even rewrite lines. No need to drag your lead actor back to the studio just to fix one word. Need 3,000 fans to lose their minds over a superhero landing. AI can whip that up like it's ordering coffee. Want a dramatic sunset over a glowing sci-fi skyline? Boom, rendered in seconds. Honestly, it feels a little like magic. And sure, it brings up a big idea, that maybe AI isn't here to steal the spotlight, but to hand us better tools. A creative partner, not a replacement. Something that expands what storytellers can do, not erases them from the credits. Well, here's where things get Ultron with an attitude. While AI can imitate stories, it doesn't understand them. It doesn't feel things. It doesn't know what makes a moment land or why we cry when Iron Man snaps his fingers. AI knows patterns. It can copy style, but it doesn't know what it means to be human, which is kind of a big deal when you're telling stories about, humanity. Characters start to feel hollow. Dialogue sounds like it was written by someone who's read too many Reddit threads. And emotional arcs? About as deep as a kiddie pool. It's like cramming the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe into a toaster and expecting it to tear up when Spider-Man fades away. Because AI isn't just helping write scripts or animate explosions anymore, it's replicating people. Entire people. We're talking full-on digital doubles of actors who've either aged out of a role, or in some cases passed away. Is it respectful? That depends on who you ask. Is it legal? Technically, sort of. And is it impressive? Oh, absolutely. And maybe a little too much. The tech's evolving fast, like too fast. We're not far from a future where you're watching your favorite actor in a new blockbuster. Except it's not really them. It's an algorithm wearing their face and saying lines they never recorded, in scenes they never shot, with emotions they never actually felt. And meanwhile, the actual actor might be sitting at home watching their digital self-land movie roles they never auditioned for. And then there's voice cloning, which takes this whole thing up a notch. Want Samuel L. Jackson to deliver your AI-written superhero monologue? The software's out there. It can match tone, pacing, emotion almost too well. Did he agree to it? Well, that's a whole legal conversation no one's quite ready to have yet. So yeah, it's cool, but also, kind of haunting. Here's the not so fun truth. AI is a tool, but studios, they love tools that don't talk back, don't need paychecks, and definitely don't form unions. It's not that hard to imagine a future where writers get sidelined, actors are digitally replaced, and suddenly a lot of creative professionals are considered, well, optional. Remember the writer's strike? It wasn't just about lunch breaks. It was about this, the fear that AI would stop being a tool and start being the replacement. Because think about it, if a studio can churn out a superhero script in 10 minutes without hiring a single human, they'll probably do it. Here's the catch. All that AI wizardry doesn't mean a thing if people don't care. The truth is, audiences can tell when something feels off. The uncanny valley is real. It's that weird gut feeling you get when something's almost human, but not quite. You know the one. We crave real emotion, real connection. We want performances that move us, not something that looks like a puppet show. And let's be honest, no matter how slick the CGI is, if the story's hollow, we're out. I can generate content, sure. But cinema, that's a human thing. So yeah, AI might crank out 50 superhero movies a year, but unless they actually make us feel something, they'll just get buried under a pile of forgotten streaming thumbnails. Here's the big question. What happens to the real people who make these movies? It's no secret that Hollywood loves a shortcut, and if AI can start replacing writers, actors, even directors, well, why bother with the old school way of doing things? Why hire a team of creatives when you've got an AI that can churn it all out in a day? I'm talking about writers who get sidelined because a computer can spit out a script faster and, frankly, better than they can. Actors, replaced by digital avatars that don't need health insurance or a parking spot. Directors, they're getting swapped out for algorithms with a thing for explosions and third act twists. If this sounds like something out of a dystopian movie, well, that's because it kind of is. AI is great for efficiency, but not so much for the people who actually make the movies. Writers won't be the only ones left behind. If this keeps up, everyone in the industry could get replaced. And suddenly, it's not just a few jobs. It's the whole creative process that's at risk. The thing is, AI might be taking over some parts of filmmaking, but it's not the magic bullet everyone thinks it is. Sure, it can write a script in seconds and animate a scene while you grab a coffee, but the real magic, the stuff that makes a movie feel like more than just pixels and sound bites, that still comes from the people behind it. Take superhero movies, for example. At the heart of every great one is a hero with flaws, struggles, and a journey we can relate to. AI can replicate action scenes and generate dialogue, but it can't replicate why we care about a character. It can't replicate that moment when you're sitting in the theater, your heart pounding, and you realize, yeah, this is why I love these stories. But AI can make some things way easier. The day might come when a studio pops out a new superhero flick with barely a human in sight, except maybe the voice. Who knows, maybe we'll even have AI generated cameos from characters who were killed off 20 years ago, because, you know, that's totally a thing now. But no matter how fancy the tech gets, no matter how many blockbuster trailers AI can create by dinner time, the heart of a superhero movie, it's still gonna need a human touch. Enjoyed the video? Smash that like button, subscribe to Heroescope, and share your thoughts in the comments. Do you think AI is helping us unlock new levels of creativity, or are we slowly losing a piece of ourselves in the process?